Hey guys, hey, it's been a while. Um, I get into my antisocial moods and I just like to hide in my shell. And I think a lot when I'm in that shell. I got some things going on in my life with my family that's definitely occupying my mind and spirit. In a peculiar way, though. It's peculiar because it's just, um, I don't know, it feels too easy. I'll explain. Um, so, my father has Parkinson's, and he has good insurance. This is my parents' house. You know, my mother did very well in her life, and um, she never missed a day of work, never a sick day in her 40-year career, and she had a good pension. That's not my business. That's not your business. What I'm trying to say is he has good insurance, and he's not shaking like crazy. You know, he's got one shake in the arm that sometimes turns on, but the medications he's taking is plentiful, and we have the coverage to give him that. And so, I don't know if it was last week or not. Maybe 5 days ago, he he had kind of a weird uh, episode here at the house where I don't know exactly. I don't remember, but it was like um, we couldn't get him out of bed. He was acting. He was saying some really strange things, like dementia, and we decided to call an ambulance. Long story short, he's now moved into a rehab center slash nursing home. It's really for rehab to see if we can get him walking again and on his own, like he was. We'd help him a lot. We had his chair and we'd push him around, you know. It's just that he had the ability to get out of bed, you know, or stand up and walk to the kitchen with his walker. And um, now he's in a rehab nursing home for 20 days, and I'm gonna see how he does. What I find interesting about this is that this could be the last time he's actually ever home. Was that day? He might not. There's also a chance he might. If it's just the physical part, then he very well might. Um, that's going through me, and it's funny how it affects me. It's funny how it affects me. It's like it kind of paralyzes me, and I'm surprised by it. I think that's what it is when I say it's too easy. Is that this paralysis is like It's very hard for me to do anything. It's very hard for me to think extrovertly, whatever that word is. And, when you love your father's actually a good man. He had his issues a few decades back. Growing up with him was not easy. However, after all those years, him and his retirement, he's a good man. And he got the right medication, his psychiatric issues, which is just more clues into my genealogy of psychiatric disorder. I know it starts from my grandmother, and before that, I'm not sure. But it also makes me think, like, is this going to happen to me? We never thought Parkinson's would be an issue, and signs of dementia. I don't know if they go hand in hand or not, because he'll say some really off the wall things. That might be Parkinson's affecting the brain. I should study it some more. But my uncle, his brother, got dementia. Pretty bad. It's just like, is that going to be me? And in a weird way, I'm like, it's kind of cool to know your fate. And there's a chance it won't. It may affect my sisters. It's amazing. I always ponder and pondering. And that's the way I deal with it. Whenever these situations in life come up for me, I got this like deep, poetic emotion, feeling, where a life force given to us manifests and somehow, that mind for poetry. You see beauty in things emotionally. You paint mental tapestries. Anybody can do it. I'm sure you're your best poet. It just makes me want to contemplate life. And I get really deep into it. And I don't know if it's unusually deep, but it does paralyze me, where I don't want to do anything. Not to the degree of like making myself something to eat, or taking care of myself, take a shower, no. But like, I have an anxiety that I'm not letting go, I'm just letting it ride out. And I feel like that's the best solution. Yeah. So I'm going through that, and I felt the need to talk with some friends, and like I said, I've been antisocial for a little while now on YouTube, and personally, I just want to get back into doing interviews with particularly non-Scientologists, or rather Never Ends, if you're okay with that title. And just drop me an email, then I'll consider it. You know, just so you know, my disorder. Honestly, I can be into something one day and not the next. So if we schedule something and I'm just like, no, man, I can't do it that day. I'm too introverted, you know, or whatever. Um, paral- no paralyzing effect on me. Um, I'll have to email you and set another date. Just being honest. Nothing's worse for me than like not ready to be live with everybody and not wanting to be there. Yeah, it may have happened to me once or twice, but it's okay. We gotta take care of ourselves, right? We all know we should know our own buttons. You know, we contemplate them, write them down, and even if others aren't taking care of those buttons, you can take care of your own buttons. You know, even at times when others don't agree with how you take care of your own buttons. At this point, it really doesn't matter. You know, you take care of it the way you need to take care of it. But that's where conflict happens as well, for me. Where, and this is the handicap, one of the handicaps of mental disability is, I'll just speak for myself. I can hinder, I feel like I hinder things. I stop them. I slow it down. Only because I'm not comfortable. Only because it's overload for me. And when that affects other people around me, it's difficult. Hmm. It's funny, you know, I've always had this um, sensation of needing to be alone. Even such as a kid, I'd miss the school bus on purpose, just so I could be home alone. You know, as young as, I don't even know, middle school. Um, I loved that feeling of being somewhere you're not supposed to, or being in complete quiet. The house is all empty. You know, you never see that side. What it's like when everyone leaves during the day, and it's a feeling that gives me comfort in a very strange way. I think it's like a way of being a recluse, like being away from everything, just so I can be myself, or just so I can have some space or enjoy the simplicities of what's around me. You know, I would also sneak things, you know, I'd sneak like cigarettes, or not in middle school, in high school. Sneak cigarettes or maybe some pot, you know, the good old days. Now it's legal pretty much everywhere, so there's none of that danger there. But it was thrilling at the time. So yeah, I have been watching, but not a lot. Like I said, I've just been tuned out, and I just want to say hi. And yeah, I would like to do some interviews again, uh, because it's you, the that never ends, for lack of a better word. Uh, you're helping us. You're part of our core. And the work you guys are doing, I've seen some of you guys, you know, I can name names, but whatever. I do have respect for you, for sure. But you're out there doing it, and it's amazing. You're doing more than some others that are ex-Scientologists, even myself. You're doing way more than me. You know, um, I appreciate that so much. It's because you see the evil. It's never been like this before in Scientology, where the people get it. It's such a large number. What's breaking up the people uniting with all this drama and noise and entertainment for some, and anger for people? It's definitely a serious side to what's going on. I have not looked at it. I don't want to. I'm not into it like that. You know, I hope the good people do well. It's really general, but that's the truth. I hope the good people do well. And those who are not doing good on purpose, please check yourself. Check yourself. Sit alone like I like to. Be in peace and quiet. Listen to the trees blowing in the wind. Ask yourself. You know what to ask? I'm not going to tell you what to ask. Ask yourself. Thanks for hanging out. It feels good to talk again, and I hope everyone's doing fine. It's true. All those good people out there. Thanks for being here. And thanks for being here for me. Take care.